This one thing that I'm going to share is going to change your life, especially if you're going on a healing journey. So, trigger warning, I'm going to say this right now. We will be talking about trauma and sexual abuse, but if this triggers you, save this video, take a breath, and then come back to it, because I promise you, this is truly going to change your life. This helped change my life and really helped me in my healing journey, so I want to share it with you. Hey Thrivers, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, hello. I'm Marianne Valenza, and on this channel we talk about manifestation, feminine energy, and so much more. So before we dive in, I wanted to share that if you love all things magical and motivational, we have a store that's going to really light you up. We have journals, we have affirmations, affirmation decks, shirts that say Thriver, and Master Manifester, all really good stuff. So click on the link below to check out our Etsy store, and if you use the code word Thriver, you get 10% off. All right? So let's get to it. What is that one thing that's going to truly change, transform your life when it comes to your healing journey? So before I share what that is, I want to share a little bit of my backstory. For those of you who don't know, I'm actually going to link my TED Talk below, because I talk about my journey shifting from victim and survivor to a thriver. And I really share about my past with overcoming childhood sexual abuse, addictions, having a near-death experience. So after that, I had to do a lot of healing. And healing is never a one-stop shop. Healing is not like an overnight fix. Things come up, right? And the purpose of this is to share with you something that I did and I continue to do to help me get back into my body. So when it comes to trauma, specifically, or especially sexual abuse and sexual trauma, is that we feel this either detached from our bodies or disconnected from our bodies because something happened that violated us. And in my own journey, I was detached, I was disconnected. I wasn't listening to my intuition, I wasn't feeling pleasure, not in the deep way, but very superficially. I, took my body for granted, and I didn't really experience that intimacy with myself. And that is so key when it comes to healing from sexual trauma, is really getting back into our bodies. Because for me, one of the things that I did to survive as a child and through experiences was that when it was happening, I would just my spirit left. I would freeze and I would tune myself out so that I wouldn't feel what was going on. And this is what helped me get reconnected to my body. Sex Magick. And I've talked a lot about sex magic when it comes to manifestation, which is so, so powerful, because sexual energy is creative life force energy. We're gonna list some videos. You can check out that video. I talk about sex magic and that video. We're gonna link some in the descriptions about how you can use sex magic for manifestation. But specifically for this, I used it to also help me heal from trauma. So, how? Why was it? Why did sex magic help me? Number one, it got me to be present in my body. So instead of disconnecting again, I started really being present with myself. Number two, it helped me release a lot of the stored energy and trauma that I felt. So trauma is stuck energy. From an energetic perspective, trauma that happens at a certain time or place traps that this energetic thing, and kind of think of it as a blocked artery, right? But energetically, you feel it. So in the process of doing sex magic, one part of it is really doing a body scan and feeling where you feel those energetic blockages, right? And you just start reconnecting with your body and moving through that energy so it's not stuck anymore. So I was able to really release a lot. As I released in my orgasms, I released whatever stuck energy that was there. Number 3, it helped me take my power back. So taking your power back, when it comes to sexual trauma and abuse, it really is, think of it this way. When someone does something to you, they take your power. They literally take your energy. So when you start really getting back into your body and practicing sex magic, you start taking your power back. You can, in your mind, change the dynamics of everything. You have that consent. You have the authority and the power to do whatever you want to do to yourself. It is so powerful that way because you literally like take your power back. Energetically, physically, you know, you set the tone. You're in a safe space, you're in your home or somewhere where you feel comfortable. And in that safety, you start redefining what it means to feel pleasure. Because maybe in the past, you associated sex with something traumatic, right? Or you associated pleasure, even just touching your body, as something traumatic. Now, with Sex Magick, you take your power back and you redefine what that means for you. And that is so, so powerful because you start making the connection, a positive connection, that when it comes to your own pleasure, when it comes to your own sex, you connect it now with something good and positive instead of something negative. And so this process takes a while. And when you first start, it's very uncomfortable because for so long you've survived by disconnecting, by, not being in your body, by not really feeling that pleasure and intimacy with yourself. But as you practice this and you go through it, you go through the breathing, you really start setting yourself up. I have a video on how to set up your space for Sex Magick when you want to have sexy time with yourself, putting candles and music. Like, you are creating your sanctuary where you are safe. And safety is so key when it comes to healing. So when you go through this process, have grace with yourself and just let yourself go. Even the tiniest little step is going to help you move forward. If you can't go through something that day, it's okay. Have grace with yourself and just try it again next time until you start feeling more comfortable with releasing, with being on your own, with actually accepting pleasure and feeling it. And that is the most healing part, is knowing that you can finally feel pleasure and create that safety within yourself. And when you do this and you start really changing it over time, you have no negative associations. Like for me, I don't have those negative associations because I've completely reprogrammed my mind and my mindset, my brain to associate pleasure and sex magic with something good. And that's what healing does. So let me know in the comments below if even one part of this has helped you in your journey. I know wherever you are in your healing journey, know that your body is sacred and your body is yours, and that you have the power to change whatever story that happened in the past and create a new story for yourself. Being in our feminine energy means to be able to revel in pleasure and in receiving. So as you go into this journey of healing, it also affects how you manifest. And you can manifest and create a better sex life. You can attract your partner. You can attract more abundance because your energies are open. All right, let me know in the comments below what you thought of this video, if this truly helped you at all. And if you know someone who has experienced sexual trauma, please share this video with them because I know this can help them. All right, Thrivers, thank you so much for listening. As I mentioned, if you love all things motivational and magical, check out our Etsy store. There's a link below, and I will see you next time. Also, don't forget to DM me on Instagram and say hi on TikTok because I am on those platforms all the time. All right, bye.